Hello everyone, welcome back to Limatech once again. In this tutorial we are going to implement how to get the usage time of any kind of applications that you are using on your mobile apps. So this video is the second part of the Parental App Control project series, and in this video specifically we will get the details of a particular app usage times, when it was last used and how much time has been spent on that particular app and other things. And in the upcoming videos we will be implementing how to get the location of a particular device and so in this app. So this project will be very much interesting and it will have so many features which is generally being used in different kinds of app. So let's first implement how you can get the usage time of any app. To get the usage time of any app, we have a particular dependency in pop.dev. We need to get that and add into our popspec.yml file. Go to pop.dev and look for a dependency called usage starts. So this is the dependency that we are going to use. I am going inside this usage starts, and if you come to this readme section, there is a install section. Add usage starts as a dependency into our popspec.yml. In order to use this usage starts, we will have to add this permission into our android manifest.file. Let me go to our project and look for the android manifest file, and I will add that particular dependencies here. Here there is a property tools :ignore protected permissions. As of now I'll remove this one. Let's come to this readme section again, and you can see there is a method with the help of which we can get the usage statistics of a particular app. Not only a particular app but all the installed apps of your device. So this is the documentation that we are going to use. Before that, let's add the package into our popspec.yml file. Copy, come to your popspec.yml file, and I am going to add below to this device apps. And one thing I forgot to mention, that if you haven't watched the first part of this series, then please go and watch that video and come back to this video later. Then only you can understand what we are trying to implement and what we are trying to achieve in this second part of this series. I have added the package called usage starts, and I'll go to the readme section here, and I'll straightforward copy this get usage method into our main.dart file. Before that, what I am going to show you here, you can see we have a list of installed app, as you can see in our emulator. What I want, whenever a user or a parent clicks on any app, they should be able to see the details of that particular app being used, or how much time it was used, when last it was used, and who has used it. So we are going to implement that with the help of another page. So let me quickly create another page, and that page name should be something like app details, app information, or app details .dart, app usage details. That will be a meaningful, and it will be a stateful widget. Let's create a stateful widget, no issue in that. Let me just create a scaffold, add app bar, app bar will accept a title, and the title will be app name. Here we will pass dynamic value. As of now, just I'm saving it so that we can see, or we can redirect to this page when a user click on the particular app from the list. I saved it, and I will add a body to this scaffold and say center, and a child to the center class, and that child will be a text, and let's say inside this text we will have usage details, because we are going to add the details on the later part of this video. Add cons to this center as well. So let's remove from this text and format it and save it. Now we created a app usage details page, but we have to do a operation so that we can come back to this usage details, or we can be redirected to this usage details page. Come to this main.dart file and look for the list view. This is the list view, and this is a particular item that is being returned from this item builder. Wrap this padding widget with another widget called gesture detector. With the help of gesture detector, we can do any kind of on tap operations, and it has a property called on tap, and inside this on tap we can do any kind of operations, but our main operations will be to navigate to the different page, that is nothing but our app usage details. So we have a navigator of context which will help us to navigate to different page, and it will accept a material page route, and this builder will return a context, and we will have to return something to this context. Inside this instead of this container, I will return the app usage details page, this one. So it will accept a const property, and I am going to save it, give a comma and format it. So if we click on any app, it will be redirected to the next page called app usage details. Now we have been redirected to the app usage details page. Instead of this app name, I will show the dynamic app name. Suppose I am clicking on this Firebase sign up, then I want that Firebase sign up in this place of app bar title. If I click camera, and it should have the camera title instead of app name hard coded. To achieve that, what we need to do, we need to accept a property in this class, and with the help of that property we can use in our app bar or anywhere inside this class. So let me expect a property of application type. What is application type? In our list view, we are getting a list of application, and these all one items are, or one container is of type application. It means we are displaying name, icon, everything, the package name, all are available in our application class. So we are going to pass the particular application item. Suppose contacts has a particular application class reference. We are going to pass that class reference to this app usage details class. So here create a application class, and let's name it also class. We have to import this class because it is available in our different dependencies. We have to add required this dot application, and from here in this list view remove this constant, and here we will add a attribute called application and pass that application reference of the particular index. Let's say we will have to pass this index, format it and save it. Come to this app usage details file, remove this title and access this application property with the help of widget object reference. Widget object reference will be available throughout your class, so you can use that widget reference and access any property, either it is available on top of the class or inside the class. So I'm going to use that application property or variables, and from that application property we can get anything like APK file path, app name, data directory, or any other properties we want to display. I need app name, and it says unnecessary interpolation is not required, so let's remove it and save it. App is saved now. Let me click on any app and see. If I click the messages, I got the messages name here. So whatever app we click, it will show us the particular name in our next page. The next step will be to display the screen time, the last usage time, or the last used time, screen time, and other details as we progress on this project. As of now, for this tutorial I will get the details of the screen time or the usage time of the particular app. It might be contacts or any other apps that we have inside our list view. To get those list details, we have a method in our documentation. If you come, this is the documentation, right? And to get all those details, statistic details of all the apps, we have a particular method here. Let me copy this one and paste it there. Don't worry, I'll be explaining all these particular lines and all. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in our new file which we created. So I'm going to paste it here, and I'll remove this import statement from here because we don't need that at that position. Let me import this class. It is giving a error of value of type future of boolean can't be assigned to a variable type of boolean. So let's typecast this so the error will go. We just typecasted this and the error is gone. Let's understand what this method is doing and what we can get out of this method. In these first two lines, it is nothing but the start date time and the end date time. We have to take two time stamp. One is current time and the previous time. Suppose at 5 o'clock I started using the app and I want to check now. At 5 o'clock I started using that app, but I want to check right now what was the time duration that I spent on the particular app. For that, we'll have to find a end time. End time will always be the current time, and the start date. Start date means when you started using that particular app on the particular time frame. And this is the get user permission. This permission will be asked when you install this app either in your kid's phone or your phone. It will ask you to grant a permission which we added in our Android manifest file. It will ask you to allow this permission in order to install this app on your device. So this work will be done by get users permissions. If all the permissions are done, we can get the permissions boolean value yes or no. Here it will get all the events, like events means at what time you open the app, at what time you close the app. If you go to our event usage info, you can see event type is there, timestamp, package name, class name, but there is not much information. But the events means when you close the app, when you open the app, when you switch the app, those kind of information will be available in our event usage info class. Our main important thing comes here. Here you can see it returns a query usage statistics. Statistics means it will return the package details of the app, when it was used last time, and how much time has been spent on the particular app, means the duration of using that application. Let's go to this usage info class and see what are the values that we can get from this class. First timestamp, last time used, package name, and total time in foreground. Total time in foreground is the thing that we are currently using the particular app. It means the screen time. Suppose I am scrolling a Facebook or Instagram reels, it means I am currently on the foreground. So the foreground time is nothing but our screen time. So here you can see last time used, when it was used last time, 10 minutes before, 5 minutes before, and so on. So come back to this one. So we are going to be more interested in this line. We will see these things on the later part of this video or in the upcoming videos, but we are going to play with this data. Similarly, there are other things. I am not going to cover all these things in this video, but we will see as we progress on this particular series of the app development. So we are interested in this query usage status. Let me cut this one and paste it above the events section, and I am going to comment all those details as of now, because we will not be using these details in this tutorial, but in future we will be using. So let me just comment out those things one by one. I just commented out all those things, and I am going to see what we can get from this usage statistics. So this method will give us the usage information of the particular app. So let's see. This has a list of usage information, and this usage information have a particular property called package name. So how I'm going to get the particular package details? In this class, on the top of the class, we are getting application class name or application reference. In this application, if we come, we also have a app or package name. We also have a package name. If I come to the top of this one, we have a package name. So what we will do, we will override a method called initState, which is always called when your page is loaded. I am going to call this get usage method inside our initState, and there I will set something which will be used in our app usage details page. So I am going inside this get usage method, and here I will create a particular object which will give me the usage information, and that is nothing but usage information class. Let me create a property or variable of usage info type. Let's name it as app usage info and press enter. This on this particular variable we will have to set a value based upon a condition, and that condition will be nothing but we will have to iterate this usage status. And to do that, let me first check a condition whether this usage status is not empty. Then we will be iterating this list, and we will check with the package name, and if the package name are matching with any of the records inside the list of usage information, then we will set that particular record which is matching with the package name in our app usage info, and that we will be using in our body. So let me iterate this usage starts dot for each, and give a comma. With the help of element we can get the package name, and we also can get the package name from this application property. Now if the package name matches, then we will store the value in our app usage info, and that app usage info will be available in our element. So I am storing the app usage info in element. So let me just try to print what value we are getting in our app usage info. Value inside app usage info. I will print a app name, app usage info dot app name. Okay, app usage info will return a package name or the last time used or something like that. So I'm going to print package name. You just need to add a null check because the app usage info is a type of null. So let me save it, and so first of all close this app and reinstall the app, because we need the particular permission to be accessed when we try to install the app into our mobile device. I am reinstalling this app by just running in our VS Code. Let's wait and see until the app is installed. Now our app is reinstalled. I'm going to click a particular app, let's say Google, and there we got error, null check operator used on a null value. It means this property or variable has a null value right now, and null check cannot be used on a null value. I think the problem is that we are getting the permission of the usage statistics, and we are checking the permission here, because in our main.dart file inside the list view we are clicking and redirecting to this app usage details, and whenever it come to the app usage details space, all the time this get usage method will be called whenever we land into our app usage details. So every time it is going to check for the get usage permission, and and similarly for the check usage permission. So in order to have a better performance, I am going to cut these permissions from here, and I will put those conditions into our main.dart file. Here we have get all the installed apps, and before getting all the installed apps, let's add those permissions. Here let's import the package name and save it, and come to this file and save all those files and reload the application once again. Let's come to this get usage method, copy this value inside app and filter in our console. I added a filter in our console so that we can see what is the package name going to print when we click on any app from the list. I am going to click on this clock app and see we got the clock app package name. Wherever you see the clock app on your Android device, then it must be this package or different package, because there are different kinds of clock available in our Android operating system. So we got these details, but in our main body we are printing the hardcore value. Let's remove that and print this package name or something else. I'm going to remove this one, and I will print the package name for the first time. Let's remove this percentage and add dollar symbol. The value or the variable is app usage info dot package name, and add a null check here and save it. Now we got the com.google.android.desk clock. So in our this main page, we can display many more things in our detail page, like screen time, when the app was last used, and the last location of the app, which we are going to implement in the in the future videos. So whatever the controls or whatever the features we are going to display for a particular app, those we will put in this particular page. So for now, what I am going to do, I'll be checking this one. I'll be copying this app usage info, and let me remove this container or this center, and let me create a container. Inside this container I'll have a column widget, and column widget will have children. So inside this column I will take 3 rows as of now. One row for showing last use time of that particular app and the screen time. So I'll take 2 row as of now. First row will have 2 container. One is for screen time static value, and another for dynamic values or the actual value. So let me give a width of 0.4 with the help of media query. And let me give the same height to this container as well. Format it, okay, and format it. So inside this first widget I will take a child of text. I'll take a child of text and say name this as screen time. We can also add some style to this text, and the color will be colors.red. You can play around with the styling thing. I'm not going to give that much time to the styling one. We can modify in our last video. So I'm going to give a decoration here. Box decoration, and add const to the box decoration. So screen time is there. Similarly, I am going to copy everything from there and paste in the below container. Instead of screen time here, we are going to print the actual screen time. So we are going to give the dynamic value of the screen time. Let's come to this usage method, and we are setting all the usage information in our app usage info. So how we can get the total count time or total screen time? Let's go to this app usage info class and see. Here we will get the total time in foreground, and this total time in foreground is a string type. How we can convert that string value to our timestamp or to minute or to hour or to seconds? Come to this documentation in our readme section, not in our readme section, come to this example section. Here we have this similar method init usage. If you come below to this method, here you can see we have a loop where we are actually converting and printing the time in different format. Like you can see we are getting the first timestamp and last timestamp and the last time used, also the total time in foreground. What I am going to do, I will copy this one and I will paste there in our details page. Come to this detail or body section here and use interpolation and paste it here and remove the constant from this class. Pasted the value, but we have a different property. Let's come to the top of this method. App usage info has the particular screen time of the particular app. So I'll replace this with app usage info, and I converted this total time in foreground first divided by 1000, which will convert from milliseconds to second, and the second is converted into minutes. So if I save it, we should be able to get the minutes of the particular app time. Okay, you can see we got the screen time and the particular time 4.43 something, and this is in format of minutes. So what I can do, I will wrap this whole section and print only the 2 decimal after or so only the 2 parts of the decimal. To do that, we have a method called toString as fixed, and inside this toString as fixed we can give 2. It means it will show only 2 decimals after dot. Let's save it and see the output. Yes, you saw it right, we got 4.43 minutes second. So in order to differentiate whether it is a minute or second, let's add like this minute second, so it will be clear that we have 4.43 minutes second, I mean 4 minutes 43 second. You can style it later, but for now let's leave it like this. So I'm going to remove this color as red, and I'll give some font size as of 18 and font weight will be bold. Let's add const to this textile also. If I save it, it should look in black color, and we are getting in black color. Let's change this screen time. I will copy this style and will add it here. Let me just copy this font size and font weight here and add it there. Save it. Okay, perfect. So we have a width of 4. What I'm going to do, I'm going to align these row elements into center. Okay, fine. And before each row or before the first row, let's add a sized box with some height so that it should not get attached to our app bar. This is looking fine. Similarly, let's add another row where we will show the last time of the last use time of the app. Here we can see last used time. Here change it to last time stamp, last time used. Let me save and see the output. Last time used, it is in second format. Let's come to this documentation and see. Here we have converted our timestamp to a date format. Let's copy and paste here. Let's copy and paste here. Okay, if I save it and change this value to app usage info and save it, now you can see we got the last used time, but this date is not in a proper format. We can format that with the help of a package called international intl. We have to add that package in our popspec.yml file in order to use that date format class. So I'm going to use that intl and leave it like this and save it. Now let's use that class to convert this timestamp. The class name is date format, and the date format class, and it will expect a value, and that value will be something in string format. I will give something like dd mm and yyyy 4y and then hs colon minute second. We need to import this class, and that is available in our intel file, and call a format method and pass the whole value which we are using here. Not this one, the last bracket. Okay, I think we just need to pass this one and see the changes. You got it right. It converted into date, month, year and minute second. So we got the screen time and the last used time, but our application is not looking that much good. So let me just bring it to 3, the headers part or the label part, and increase the value width to 5. Now it's looking good. Let's come back to our main list and click on Gmail. I haven't used Gmail more than 5 or 6 minutes. If I go to this clock, then we should get 4.43 minutes. Let's come to Google and see only 5.3 seconds. Which one is being used more times? We have a parental control app. If you see, it is 270 minutes seconds. Okay, we'll convert this into hours and all, but this is the way we can get the usage time or the screen time of a particular app. I hope this video might have given you some idea how to get the usage statistics of a particular app which are installed on your device. This is the second part of this parental control app development. In third part, we will see how you can create a user profile and how we can assign the particular user to a parent and to a particular child, and how you can control the particular app, whether the app can be locked from the parent's user or not. We will see that in the third part, and in the fourth part we will polish the app. We will make the changes of the styles, and we will add icons, launcher icons, and we will try to publish into our Play Store. But the third video is going to be a long duration video because we are going to add many more features into that video. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos of this parental control app development series. Thank you again.